Morning, everyone. I wanted to talk today about some optimizations and settings that I use in regards to ThinkorSwim. Generally, everybody's going to have different goals, different use cases, etc. However, I think these are all kind of things that should be considered. First off, before you even log in, if you click the settings button in the bottom left, you actually have a memory usage section. And this is usually set really low, 1536. I recommend upping this. I don't think you have to go full out and dedicate all the resources on your machine, depending on what laptop or desktop computer you might be using. So I do make that change myself to 6144 just to give me more memory usage, allow me to use that RAM and harness the power of the platform. There's also the option for language, color scheme, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. It'll look for updates here. And then once that's done, we can go ahead and log in. You'll also notice you have the option to flip between live trading and paper money. I'll actually do a separate video on the paper money down the line. Go ahead and log in to our account. Now you'll notice right away that I actually have a privacy mode on. It's just to hide my account details, account number, etc. up here. When you log in for the first time, depending on what time frame you have, you'll get a different look. I've actually kind of got this set sort of in a base manner in order to cover some of these settings. So the next spot that I would go if I were you, if I'm new to the platform, go into my chart settings. From here, you can definitely see you've got all the customization in the world pretty much for all of these different price access, time access, etc., adjusting time frames. The ones I want to focus on today are things such as the appearance. I make some changes. I like to fill things. I prefer to have volume bars at their base set at the color of the candle rather than just a blue. I actually don't use the default volume, as you can see. I'll explain that here in this next page. If you actually go to the equities and options section, I always have it show extended hours trading session. Even though I don't trade extended hours, I kind of like to see that data on the chart. So the darker area of the chart is during trading hours. This is extended hours. You'll notice the red line. We're coming into Monday morning, so that's why you're seeing that. Again, I'll do a video on what I actually do for indicators because I actually use a custom volume subgraph. So I don't actually turn that on because otherwise I would have the standard volume subbar down here. I do the same exact thing for options and futures myself. I think those are worthwhile and something you should potentially look into doing. Have that consistency across the board, and by setting those, hitting apply, you'll be good to go. Next, I go to setup and application settings. Now, there's quite a few in here that might interest you. Again, I recommend, this is just a quick video of some of the tips and tricks, the main things that I think are important to set up from the very beginning, but people are going to have different, again, goals and uses for it, so it's something to look at later in depth. Now, I always go to active trader. This submission rate limit of 500 milliseconds, essentially it allows for a delay. Me personally, I'm actively trading. I don't want delays anywhere in the system. I want to go when I say go. So I flip this to 0 milliseconds, just based off of what my preferences are and how I trade. I generally day trade, and I want that right away. Same thing here. right here, this quote speed, this is probably the biggest setting that everyone overlooks. I didn't know about it for probably a year and a half. I didn't even think about it because I kind of set up all the appearance, all the other stuff. And to be honest, when I was new to the platform, I used it fairly rarely. Now I use it all the time. This quote speed, you're going to want to set that to real time. Even if you're not day trading or something like that, there's no reason you should be delaying your quotes, in my opinion. It by default it's set to moderate, max delay of 3 seconds. Again, I would not recommend that myself. So that's something from my end that I feel is super important. Now, going to look and feel. This is another one where this is another section where you can choose a color scheme. You've got a bunch of different options. Me personally, I like the dark, small font, different kinds of spacing, all of that kind of thing. Again, there's never going to be a perfect tool, but getting used to what you're using, what you're looking at, what makes you comfortable, that's only going to help you in your trading. A lot of people kind of overlook this, but I highly recommend, spending some time in there, even if you can't do it during the day. Say you work full time and then you trade on the side or something like that. Again, I'm going to actually have a video on the on-demand feature as well to kind of show you how to utilize that, and that will really get you up to speed live, essentially, even if you can't do it live most of the time. Now, the next piece is this order defaults section. Now, depending on what kind of money you're talking about when you trade, what stocks you trade, etc., this is where you can set it and save a lot of time so that when you actually go to do a trade in ThinkorSwim, you can have those defaults set to what your needs are. So again, highly recommend, and they're individualized based on which of the 5 types of trading that you can do on the platform. Next, and I can't emphasize again enough, I did not personally utilize these early on. I do now all the time. I'm bouncing between Control 2 and Control 6. Trade and charts. Trade and charts. The reason why I trade mainly options on a short time frame, you'll notice I'm on a 1-minute chart. I'll actually lay out again in a separate video indicators that I use. But long story short, those hotkeys save a lot of time, especially if you're actively trading. So it's worth taking a look. And again, something that I recommend you kind of get used to in terms of what you're doing with the software. Now, like I said, everybody's going to be different. Those are the main settings, though, that I would say that you need to go in and you need to kind of play around with those, tweak them, get comfortable with what you're looking at, because again, if you don't, I feel like it only detracts from the opportunities that you have to actually process a trade, feel comfortable, and then, follow through and make money on the market. So long story short, I'm going to be doing quite a few videos in regards to ThinkorSwim and base it on how I use it rather than just assuming that's how everyone else is going to use it. But if this is helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe and check out my channel for more videos. Thank you.